Yala Sangha, welcome to day 26 of our 31 days. One of the things that Mohanji says, my teacher says, is that yoga teaches us that coping with change is difficult. You know, the change in our environment, the change in our mind. But we have choices in the changes that we make. And what his contemporary, who was the son of Mohanji's teacher, a man called Desikachar, said was, with yoga and time, the impossible becomes possible. Okay, so that might be something physically that felt impossible, you know, like even just standing up and sitting down, if that's something you've practiced, or kneeling without discomfort. It can also be the fact that you are now able to be a bit more patient with your kids, or your parents, or your family, or your colleagues, or your boss, or you know, that might have been something that felt impossible at the beginning of this month. Okay, so let's go through some of the things that we have been doing all month: standing up, sitting down, kneeling, and squatting, and see how those are feeling today. So we'll have a couple of variations on our kneel, and we'll see how they go. So see if you can stand up from cross-legged position. Move the cushion. See if you can sit down from a cross-legged position. Okay. See if you can switch your cross-legged position to a kneeling position. See if you can come back to a cross-legged position. Switch which leg is at the front. Okay. And then come to kneeling position again on the other side. Okay. And back to cross-legged position. Okay, you're going to favour one side probably, so it's really interesting and probably useful to practice both sides. Can you get from this position to a kneeling position? Okay. Then lift your hips up and tuck your toes underneath, and let your toes be, your big toes kind of get this little stretch from your weight coming down on them. You might find that you like to bring your hands forward and let your knees come up and down from here. Okay. Good. And then back down into kneeling position. Let your hips rest on your heel with your toes tucked under. Okay. Lift your hips. Let your feet come down, back in the kneeling position again. And see if you can walk your kneeling position around, right? So one of the things we can try, and as we progress our kneeling position, and if this is tricky, like just kneeling at the moment, then you stick with that and you work here and you slowly let your weight come back, okay? If you can, lift your hips up, take your feet to one side, but bring your hips back down towards the middle, okay? Bring your hips up, come back to the middle. Try that on the other side, lift your hips up, take your feet over, the opposite side, let your hips come down towards the middle. Some people can get their feet a little wider, not me particularly. Okay, hips up to the middle. Try that one more time either side. Hips rise, toes come over, and we come down towards the middle. You can see them a little bit. And then try again on the other side. And come up and down. Good. See if you can press your hands into the floor and come to a squat position, and let your elbows rest on your knees and take your knees from side to side. Okay. And an interesting thing to try here is to bring your hands down inside your squat and take one foot out to the side. Okay. And see if you can come up into this. You've got to really feel quite secure about your knees when you try this, okay? And then try the other side. Place your hands in, take your leg out, and feel quite secure about your knee on the other side. Okay, come back to the centre, Back to your squat, and let your elbows rest on your knees again. Okay, remember you can walk your squat a little bit further out so you can get your heel down and lean your chest against your thigh. And then you can try that on the other side. Good. And then come to the center again, place your right hand inside your right thigh, and then inhale, open up with your left hand. And exhale down. Inhale, open up with the right. And exhale down. Try one more time either side. Inhale, going tall, reaching, lengthening. Slowly down. Inhale, going tall, lengthening, reaching. Exhale down. Bring your palms together and push all the way up. And give everything a good shake off. Both arms, both legs. See how that's feeling for you. Roll through your shoulders. Shake off your fingers, shake off your wrists, shake off your forearms, your elbows, your upper arms, shake off your toes, your ankle, your lower leg, your knee, your upper leg and your hip, and then toes on the other side. Foot, ankle, lower leg, knee, upper leg and hip. And then let them all come to rest. Bring your feet to face the front. Bring your palms together and move your chest slightly forward into your thumbs. And see if you can let your heels slowly go up and slowly go down. Slowly go up and down. Slowly go up and down. Okay. Let your hands rest by your sides. We're going to do two things at the one time. Not so tricky, but trying to get the timing might be a little bit tricky. So now as you inhale, lift your heels, lift your fingers. And as you exhale, let your fingers slowly come down, your heels slowly come down. Okay. Try and get to the highest point with your fingers. At the same time you get to the highest point with your heels. At the same time you reach the fullness of your inhale. Once or twice more. And slowly coming back down. Good. Do one last time. Good. And shake off. Get nice and loose. Slide your feet a little bit wider. Bend your knees and sink your hips. Slide your hands down toward your thighs and let your weight go from side to side. Okay. See how this feels for you today. Okay, maybe sink a little bit lower to the floor. Slide your heels a little bit closer in. Sink a little bit lower and back in some kind of really wide squat if you can. And push all the way up. Good. Shake off, get loose again. Take your feet wide again into horse stance. Take your hands on your knees. So your horse stance, you know, it varies from individual to individual. So you might find that you want to be in horse stance and it's quite close together, like you're on a little Shetland pony, or maybe you're somebody who likes to ride a Clydesdale, okay? So you decide what kind of horse you're riding in your horse stance. Going to get a little bit from side to side again, and then some cat and cow movement, but start to just free up your spine from here. So you might be moving from side to side, you might be shrugging your shoulders, you might be sinking a little bit lower. Good. See if you can place your hands on the floor here and slide your feet a little bit wider. Your hands can be quite far forward. Okay. And then rock between your hands and your feet. Don't think about your hands being between your legs. Your hands should be quite far forward so that the full length of your spine can extend here. Bring your right hand underneath your face. Bring your left hand on your hip and just push your hip a little bit further back. Right, turn slightly to the side here so you can see. So you're lengthening, okay? Through your torso, through your arm, through your legs. And then bring this hand down inside your fingers. And inhale, turn and reach it all the way up. And exhale, let it come down, okay? Shake off, get nice and loose. If you need more length, bring your hand a little bit further forward. Give yourself room for your hips to go back. And again, inhale, slowly going up. Like you're drawing back the string of a bow. And exhale down. Try this on the other side. So find somewhere for your left hand. Place your right hand on your right hip. Push your hip a little bit further back. Your head a little bit further forward. And then bring your hand down inside, the grounded hand. And inhale, slowly turn and reach up. Exhale, let it come down. Reset, find what you need. And then inhale, slowly turning. Reaching up again. And then let your hand come down. Okay, when you get here, you can walk your hands a little bit further forward into a wide-legged downward facing dog if you weren't from here. So your legs stay wide, your arms go forward, you open your armpits and your chest. And then walk your hands a little bit further back, push into the floor, come to a squat again, push your palms together and come all the way up to stand. Shake off, get nice and loose. Okay. Take your weight through your left foot. Slowly draw your right knee up. Okay, see where your balance is today. See if you can put your palms together. Let's see if we can close our eyes as we stand here. You might feel the moment you do, your body starts to have to do the balancing rather than your eyes give you the information that you use for balancing. And then slowly open your eyes. Bring that foot down. Let your weight rest through it. Bring your other knee up. Whenever you're ready, take a moment to close your eyes. And slowly open your eyes. Let your foot come down. See if you can sit down without using your hands too much. Good. Bring your fingers in front of your shins. Take an inhale. And exhale, slowly go forward. Okay. Bring your hands one on top of the other and let your elbows come down towards the floor, if you can. Just start here if you can and just slowly lower your elbows wide. And then come up. Take your hands behind. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and elevate your chest. Move your shoulders from side to side, backwards and forwards. Okay, where we can have movement, it's useful to explore it, okay? Bring your left hand forward to your right knee and turn. And then turn the other way. One more time the other way, staying tall. And exhale as you turn. Staying tall. And exhale as you turn. Come back towards the centre, let your left hand rest on the floor. Inhale a little bit higher with your right hand. See if you can get your fingers towards the ceiling. And exhale, come all the way over. Good. Inhale up with the other hand, reach a little bit higher, and exhale all the way over. Come back towards the centre, okay. Try one more time. Inhale long, reach in, and exhale over. Last one. Inhale long, reaching a little bit higher than you think, and exhale over, reaching a little bit further than you think over there. And come back towards the centre. Bring your fingers in front of your shins, slowly walk your hands forward. Let your elbows come a little bit lower, palms one on top of the other, and maybe even your forehead can rest on your palms here. And then slowly come up, okay? Extend out your legs, tap them up and down, shake them off from side to side. Okay, good. Bring one leg in, take hold of your knee, take hold of your foot and move them from side to side. Okay, we're going to try something with our feet to finish today, or finish our movement today. So you've got your foot here, right? And you've got the opposite hand resting against the sole of your foot. So the way you clasp your hands, we're going to try and interlace our fingers and our toes in that way, okay? So can you get even just your index finger between your big toe and your second toe? Okay, you start with that. But if possible, gradually you want to work all your fingers down between your toes and just mobilize your foot a little bit more. I'm looking down at my ankle. I've been for a run and I've just realised that I've still got mud on my ankle. I was swimming this morning, so I'm kind of semi-clean. Okay, not that clean. Thompson's clean though, he had a shower. He's lying in his bed because he just ran for, I ran a little, he ran a lot. Okay, let's try the other side. Take your foot out and bring the other foot in. Bring your hand underneath your knee, your hand underneath your foot, and take it from side to side. See how that feels today. Good. And then from there, okay, same way you clasp your hands. Try and take your index finger between your big toe and your second toe. Okay, and you can do one at a time, just taking a little bit. And this could be a year's practice, okay, where we might eventually at the end of the year be able to get our fingers between our toes. It might even be longer, because feet are stiff, you know, but they are totally changeable, okay. This one's a little tricky. I've got a little tiny middle toe, so this foot's always a wee bit harder. And work with this. Moving it around. Good. And then release, okay. Give your toes a little wiggle. Come to cross-leg position. Find your seat, your cushion. The reason we're focusing on the breath every day, it's a major part of yoga for sure, obviously. But it is influencing everything you do, okay? And everything you do is influencing it, okay? If you come into a difficult situation and your breath is smooth and under control, you're going to handle that situation better. If you're exercising and you become more efficient with your breath, then you're going to perform to a higher standard than was possible, okay? So find the seat that makes sense for you. Find the hand position that is symbolically relevant for you. It might be on your abdomen, maybe on your heart. And take some slow breaths in and out here. So the qualities that you're looking for in your breath are smoothness, slowness, steadiness. Just take this time to be smoother, slower, steadier. Let's soften where you can soften. Let your forehead expand. What Gary says sometimes is, let your eyebrows become earbrows. And just soften them and let them go. if you have time to rest on your back for a few minutes or a few breaths, take some time to rest there. If 20 minutes is your limit for today, then start to move your fingers, your toes. Maybe take a yawn and a sigh, using our breath in these really comforting, relaxing ways. Let your fingertips connect, the base of your palms connect. Yalasanga. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to your other human beings. And have a great day. We'll do a night practice tomorrow. So day's 27 tomorrow.